Hi, dalmatians, and welcome back to Avowed. We're going to finish this now, in this part. Oh, I don't even want to finish it. It's been so much fun, but we gotta do what we gotta do. Let's go, guys. That, on the other hand, I don't like to see that. Where could...
I'll never understand the Aedyr love of death traps.
I'm starting to think these people killed themselves off.
Cool. So I don't have to hurt myself here. Wonderful. That's good. That's good. Wait, what's that? I disarmed the trap, guys! I have no idea what trap, but I did it! Yay! Oh yeah, now we're up here. I knew that we will come here sooner or later. Good thing. Hi Marcus, hi Electric Kool-Aid, hello, how are you guys doing?
Let's take a break before we continue.
Yes, we will. But beforehand... I need to know what's that.
What is happening? As the affliction fester even here? It threatens our heart. We cannot fight this invasion alone.
Easy, I've made it this far. I'm not going to abandon you now.
Hurry! Your presence relieves us.
Nice. We found the sarcophagus key. Wait, where? No way back here, but I don't wanna... I wanna be here. Cause then we're going down, and we can open the sarcophagus, and then we can go back up. Yeah. So we're going to do that.
There's always a weird sort of quiet on the eve of battle. I'm feeling that now. Seems like a good time to gather our thoughts and share a drink before whatever's coming.
Right. This seems like a perfect place to stop and relax.
Though it's hard enough to tell what's real here without a belly full of drink.
Sounds like you're nervous, dearie.
I'm feeling all kinds of ways. Anxious, excited, scared, hungry.
I feel it as well. It is only mortal to feel overwhelmed in the presence of the immortal.
Are you going to be alright, Kai?
Oh, you don't have to worry about me. Getting to see that vision of Tama did me good. Like, I finally let go of something I'd been holding too long. Now that we're here, I'm eager to see this through. Nothing worse than holding your
The game
breath
is all
and
about
waiting.
not having regrets from the past that you hold on to, and I think this will also be the same story for Sabador. I'm glad to have you with me, Kai.
Same. I'd rather have good company in a prison than paradise alone.
Are you doing okay, Giotto?
I think so. The garden is so much more than I expected. Full of contradictions. Wild, yet serene. Truthfully, I didn't come all this way searching for my own answers. But I found them. Or perhaps they found me. And now, it's like there's a new path laid out before me. A life after the dream scourge. We're close to something. A threshold between calm and crisis. Conflict and peace. Life and death.
I feel it too, glad I'm not alone.
So am I. None of us could have gotten this far on our own.
Yes, enjoy the monthlies, Marcus. What about you, Marius?
I had a feeling you might ask me that. I'm not sure I've really worked through what I've seen here, but I am grateful for the chance to see Yonko again. I feel like we're almost done with all of this, but we are in the weirdest place in the world, so who knows? I'm completely baffled. But when haven't I been lately? Being afraid doesn't even feel scary anymore.
What about you, Yatsu?
Well, I won't lie to you, Envoy. A lot's happened. It's not every day that you learn that you're the last hope to carry on a legacy, but... well, here we are. Never literally talked to myself before either. I think I annoyed her. Me? Oh, I think I need another drink. But here we are. I just need a moment to take it all in.
Take all the time you need.
Thank you, dearie. I'll be ready by the time the fun starts. And I wouldn't worry. Our little group here is perfectly frightening, and I'm sure our enemies would agree. We'll be fine. I can't speak for anyone else, though.
You've listened to all of us. How about you? You've been through a lot since you arrived. You've been shipwrecked and assassinated, harangued by gods, bureaucrats, and a death guard. You've had your soul poked, your loyalties questioned, and your sleep regularly interrupted by a god with no respect for privacy. And yet you've kept yourself and all of us together. How are you really doing?
Truth is, I'm terrified.
Under the circumstances, that's entirely reasonable.
Join the club.
I'd been more concerned if you weren't scared. Did you think we'd judge you for that?
No, you've all been very understanding.
We try, darling. We try.
None of us thought this would be easy. For you, most of all. We've survived our own hardships. Now we'll survive yours.
When we first met, I didn't think you'd last long. But then I saw how you handled that dream thrall bear. Shook off your own death like a bad cold. And then you confronted your own killer and let him go. Takes a special kind of strength to stay your hand in a moment like that.
I didn't know much about you at that point. You were traveling with Kai and you died, which I thought made a lot of sense.
I remember your calm. How you listened to my shouting match with the governor and actually heard me. You saved my city and gave me a home. A sanctuary where I could be myself. I'll never forget that.
You were my hero right away. You rescued me from those sporlings. You got my priceless vase. What more could a girl ask for?
And now look at you. Look at us. How far we've come in a short time.
5 oddballs on a mission to confront a god. What could go wrong?
Quite a lot, as it turns out. But the journey is worth it.
Not to raise the sails before the anchor, but we left trouble in our wake. Fjord, Thirdborn, Solace. If we make it out of here, it won't be to a living lands suddenly at peace.
Just this once. Could we forget about the rest of the living lands? Some of us could use a break.
If we can't take a moment to ourselves on a floating island outside reality, then I don't know where we can.
Everyone get some rest. We could all use it.
Right. We could all use some beauty rest. We'll want to look our best on the battlefield, won't we?
Get some rest. That goes for everyone.
Okay. So I don't think we will have another moment here to upgrade anything, so let's just...
Oh, Envoy. Have you recovered yet from our chat in the library? I don't think I have yet, but maybe talking it out will help.
Search inside yourself and you're sure to find the answer. Happy to help though, I'm not sure how much I can add.
I think I just need to say some things out loud, if that's alright.
Should.
It's just... we already have a lot to take care of, don't we? We have a god and an empire both vying for our attention, and now I have this legacy forced on me. I was already unsure what to do, and now a third option appears like the world's worst surprise. But... it makes sense. My whole life has been about the godless in one way or another. It explains why I knew the language, why I felt so drawn to the ruins.
Maybe you should talk it over with Quilici, get his perspective.
I love the man, but he'll just be endlessly supportive, the fiend. And trying to send a letter when we're on the move like this? It's a struggle. It's not an answer I would have expected, but it's an answer. And now that I know, I kind of thought, well, honestly, I feel more... full. Like a puzzle piece sliding right back into place. No matter what happens, even if my path doesn't lead to the library, I feel better than I have in ages.
I'm glad you could get your answer no matter what happens next.
So am I. I think... for the first time in my life, I don't know what to do.
Congratulations, Yardsley. Now you're just like the rest of us.
No matter what, I've always known exactly what I want. But this is the first time I've had more options than time in the day. What do you think?
I will still not give him my opinion.
I should have known better than to ask after last time.
Yep.
Thank you, Envoy. I've been agonizing over this for longer than I want to admit. Finally picking a destination makes the journey a lot easier. I'm sure Quilici would be relieved to know that I'll be back to make his life interesting again. And Envoy, thank you, truly. Now, let's go.
Oh wow, she just goes back to Quilici? That was the option I would have not picked for her, but I mean... that would have been the option that I would have at least, like the one that I wouldn't have picked at all. Would have either gone for the librarian or the other one with Ringram, but... that's where the game wants to go. Spirit Mender. 2% of your attack damage is restored as essence. Wow, okay. Oh, one last thing I want to check out though. What do I get if I break that down? Dragon hide. Okay, I could break that one down. Also that one. I don't think it's still not enough. Told you to be a librarian. It does make sense. For me, it also makes the most sense, yeah. Definitely. I mean, as I said, I didn't choose it, but it does make the most sense, yeah. That is the smartest one, yeah. The librarian, I would have thought that would have been like the game's
those
answer.
green people in the garden.
Because I think it's the most obvious one. But yeah. I mean, I'm also fine with her going back to Quilogy. Why not? Stats what she wants. Guys, I think we're here.
Safe to assume that the large glowing door is part of Sapadal's prison. Now, we just have to get past it.
Let's look around. There's got to be a mechanism somewhere around here.
Guys, it's happening! It's happening! Stay calm! Wait, where did I start to level? That's in wizard, right? Yeah. Oh, we have a companion point. Didn't see that. Okay. I'm so excited! I'm so excited! Does this hurt? Probably, right?
Someone's eager to meet us.
It always hurts so much when you get like one hit and you're like, damn son!
Let's see what you got.
Oh. Really?
Everyone okay?
Yeah, that's what I thought, that it's probably around an hour more. Hey guys. Aww. Poor bear. Pristine? Uh-oh.
Behind
When you're too close to him, when he does that, you just completely fucked. Good thing I saved before, because I kinda thought that this would be my death. You're completely fucked when he does that and you're too close to it.
Today! Behind!
Got him. Hi, Galactic. Hello. How are you doing? Hope you're doing good. Okay.
Folk arms work like... Oh, well, never mind. It seems like we've drawn a crowd.
This one's mine.
We've got company!
Stay on safe ground.
Wasabi!
I got it.
Nihaise!
Ha, fucker. Most intense fight ever. Purple. That's what you get for being a little fucker.
Nihaise!
There we go.
Masan Sude!
That was almost too anticlimactic, man. Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do.
Looks like the gate's open. Well, what are we waiting for?
Keep your guard up. We gotta live to tell this tale.
Okay. Two mag folks or many mag folks too many?
To your left!
Watch your left!
Triple gangbang.
Masan Sude! Isasabi! Nihaise!
Let's see what you got.
I'm down!
Back in the fight. Coming from your right. Come and get me! Hold on.
Right of me!
Hey! Over here!
Nihaise!
Okay, one star.
Time for payback!
Come and get me!
Oh good. That we killed it before the other ads came through. Ooh, lucky for us. Nice. Good for us.
Nice of someone to mark that spot for us.
I think we've found Sapadal's home.
Okay, guys. I think we're here. This is it.
You have come at last, after so long. You are so small, we questioned if you were real. Then steps, a voice, through armies and corrupted soil, you persevered. Now, you are here.
Yes, here to stop the Dream Scourge, there's not much time.
The rot. We feel it festering and spreading. What is it but an extension of our pain? Your Dream Scourge will end when our suffering does. We were innocent once. We woke, and we wanted nothing but connection. But the other gods imprisoned us, left us to suffer alone in this place. But you are here now. You found us, a sprout in the endless winter. There is little time. We would be freed from these bonds. The Strangler is close now. We feel her wire against our flesh.
You mean Vodika?
She begs for our blood. Her wolves defile the city on the shore.
Paradise?
Blood on the tile. The people's cries ring in our ears. She pierces us now. Now we will not brook this. Not again. A spark. Wait. The essence bends here. Time flows into itself. You can reach her. Will the garden to open, it will take you there.
Magic powerful is always a cost.
A mountain of essence. We strain, but it will move for you. We were everything. What have we lost? What multitudes could we contain? We could run, leap in the water, flourish in forgotten hills.
We need to talk about what you did, Sapadal.
We must. We shall. We have been thinking of this. We mourn our past. We only seek peace now, a chance to regrow.
The only way I can set you free is if you truly want to change.
We trust you. You who have been by our side for so long. You met death, and you offered your hand.
Igwas was troubled he didn't need to die for you.
And where is your mercy for us? You know we deserve better than this.
You do.
Give us peace. We want a chance to change. We deserve that opportunity.
If you can promise you will be better.
Do you think we have learned nothing from you? We deserve more than this prison. Let us have a chance to rest. We want peace. Or do you have no more mercy for us than you did for the bear?
What are you talking about?
The beautiful thing you killed.
I haven't forgotten it, but I don't know what
Already you
you're
have
trying to
forgotten.
tell me here.
We asked what you would do with an animal that's sickened after a fight.
I would try to
Do
heal it.
you remember what you said?
Yeah. Close the wound, disinfect it, heal it.
More than anything, that is what we desire too. Treat us as you would the bear. Clean our wounds, heal us. Grant us the same. The time has come for you to act. End our pain, and the dream scourge will cease. Give us peace. It is all we have wanted for so long.
I'll free you, just show me how.
Center your thoughts. Reach for us. Clear the fog. Tear down the gates. We were so blind, so lost. We brought such horrors to this place. We feel bright. We had forgotten what it is to live. We will grow, tend, flower. We will always remember this. We will remember you when you are ash and soil and mulch.
Sabadal's Fury godlike ability active. Unleashes the power of Sabadal to lift all nearby enemies into the air and slam them down, dealing high damage. Ooh. Uh-oh. That's the portal to his paradise, right? This is very well done. What the fuck is that?
Andra's depths. Are we back in Dawnshore? Already?
This is Sapadal's doing. I'm certain of it. No power in Aedyr could transport us so quickly, or so far.
What happened here?
Looks like the war already started, and the giant roots are winning.
Marius, vines don't usually get that big this quickly, do they?
Based on their growth and size, I'd say we've been gone 2 or 3 weeks.
Time flowed quicker in the garden, Gyota was right.
For once, I wish I wasn't. Who knows if the garden affected time, or merely our perception of time? Assuming there's even a difference.
It's like how a body fights an infection. The fever gives you strange dreams that feel like an eternity.
Look at this place. It feels like we're still in the dream. And not just us. Those are more your people's ships in the harbor. And steel garrote banners past the barricades. That can't be good.
Even Reingrim is here. Perhaps we'll get to see an Archmage in action.
I think I see Elia as well. What a strange reunion this will be.
The Blessed Wardens are here too. That conflict we've been trying so hard to prevent started without us.
I wonder who struck first.
It's who strikes last that counts.
The Steel Garrote have been itching for a fight this whole time. This would have happened with or without us.
Before we go, what happened back there with the Dream Scourge and Sapadal?
I freed Sabata from the prison. The dream scorch is over.
I'm not sure. That's good, right?
It's a relief that the Dream Scourge won't be a problem. I only hope we can say the same about Sapadal. Time will tell, I suppose.
Yeah, I also would do the same when I see
After
in
all
real
this
life.
time, they're free. And the living land is free to heal.
We've cured the land, and we've even freed a caged god. All in all, rather a successful day.
Maybe that will help us in return.
Kid and God entwine. The flower shades the soil in which it grows.
We should take a look. See if we can get ahead of whatever storm is brewing down there.
People seem to be gathering west of here. Whatever's happening, let's be a part of it.
Sparky, you're nasty.
Sansa, how did you make it out here?
They marched in with no warning. I couldn't think. I just ran.
Easy. You're here now. Where did they come from?
Speak with the leaders of the living lands, okay. Oh, we're missing one ability. It's probably the one where I was like, no, I'm not taking it.
Envoy! What does the Garrote think they're doing?
Violating every code of war they can find.
It's an outrage. What did the artisans or merchants do to them?
How did you escape?
I took my notes and bolted when they came through Hightown. They didn't think I was worth the trouble.
Right now, that's a good thing.
If you're looking for survivors, a few of us fled to the Ballarok.
How many?
I'm not sure. I saw Sapiento. Gods, I hope they're not trapped in there. I am sorry I can't be more help.
You've done enough.
You always were a forgiving
You
friend.
escaped healthy without bunking everyone.
We should move. Let's hope the Garrote hasn't made it to the Ballarok yet.
Envoy, wait! Before you go, I may have something for you. I took some supplies when I ran. If you think they'll help, they're yours. I'll even give you a discount. You know, for saving the city and everything.
Okay, let's buy all of that we can upgrade our stuff. Okay.
Snow? Why is there snow here?
Okay.
That's gotta be Ringgrim's work. I heard she made it snow in Shatterscarp.
We meet again, Envoy. And you, Yardsley. You're always a prodigious and welcome sight.
Oh, yes. Always a pleasure to see you, too.
Paradise burns. Thanks to Ludwine and the Steel Garrote laying siege to it. But the Dream Scourge is gone.
What are you doing here?
I bear witness. Heroes and villains will arise from this moment in mortal history. I find such occasions irresistible.
How many have written their names in history before your very eyes?
So very many. Too many to discuss right now. But we'll talk about them someday. I promise. Still, I do think the world has been irrevocably, if minimally, changed by your actions.
The Dream Squad is gone at least, right?
It is indeed. I'll admit, I almost miss it. The mystery.
She sounds so much like
the
Morrigan,
days of
like not the
research.
voice, but
Now we're back
the
to
way she
simple mortal
talks.
drama.
A single drop of rain can cause a tsunami, can it not?
A tsunami inevitably rejoins the ocean as simple water. The analogy only really works if you're mortal. And I'm not.
If reads up at all, that is incredibly world-changing.
Perhaps. A new god being set loose on the world is certain to have consequences. Mostly, I'm curious about whether you think you've made the right choice.
The past is behind us. What matters is what we do now. I'm certain I did. I don't think I have. The decision I made was what felt correct in that moment. The past is behind us. What matters is what we do now.
Not thinking about one's choices is still a choice. I wonder if you will have more hindsight with what happens next. I am interested in seeing the outcome of your story, Envoy. With luck, it won't end with you also on fire.
I hope it ends in a long nap after some excellent food. I hope we meet again in better circumstances. With luck, it will end with certain other parties in the fire. I hope we meet again in better circumstances.
Unfortunately, you'll likely be dead the next time I return to the Living Lands. Goodbye, Envoy.
Goodbye,
And Yardsley,
Ringgrim.
I do look forward to when all of this is done. I am eager to work with you.
Oh, yes. We'll, discuss that later.
Yeah, I had to be sassy, but she's giving me all the sass. Had to happen, you know? Not me stealing everything from them. Sometimes I really would feel that, but at the same time I'm like, nah, I don't care. It's mine. What's here? I'm not always sassy, that's a lie. I'm almost never sassy. Liar, liar, pants on fire.
What happens in Dawn shall ripple across the living lands. Oh, Envoy, how good to see you here as we stand together at the brink of this historic event. I don't know if thank you is precisely what I want to say, but I am grateful to you for bringing Dolna's theft to light. Paradise burns from the torches of the Steel Garrote. The people of the Living Lands stand ready to defend their home.
Will you be recording today's events for the archives? What would you want to happen today?
Want? Ah, that is a dangerous word, want. It only leads to disappointment. But, nevertheless...
You're being dramatic. Wanting things drives you to get those things.
Ah, that is true. But my role as an archivist is to be an impartial witness. Nonetheless, I have to admit that if there is anything I want, it is this. Whatever the outcome of the upcoming battle, do not forget us. I fear that more than our deaths. If Aedyr and the Steel Garrote have their way, they'll strip the history books of any mention of our culture and our ways. Future generations will only ever know us as an appendage of the Empire. I hope it doesn't come to that.
It won't come to pass, I promise.
I hope so, Envoy. I truly do. That's as much as I'll say. You have a role in deciding what happens next. Do the right thing, Envoy. Let history remember you for the correct reasons.
I don't think your grandma ever said that, Millie.
Where have you been?
I don't believe that.
Where haven't I been?
We know you. Did you help us? We must have seen you.
A journey to the heart of the Living Lands. Where...
Envoy, I knew you'd show up eventually.
How is Emerald Stair? More importantly, how are you?
Thriving on both counts, I'm happy to report. My revenants were very happy in Paradise until the Steel Garrote stepped out of line. When I heard tensions were brewing, I thought to myself, this is a job for the undead. So I gathered the
How
flock.
dare you? Good thinking. Nice to see you, Aedyr.
Likewise. I'll keep them on a tight leash, just in case the Steel Garrote breach our defenses. Better to have them and not need them. Oh, and I've been meaning to thank you. Whatever you did in the garden seems to have worked. Emerald Stair is healing, believe it or not. Once this is over, our crops will flourish like never before.
Now we just need to keep the Living Lands from descending into war.
Easier said than done, I suppose. Best of luck out there. And don't worry about a thing. My flock will keep us safe and secure.
Thank you, Aedyr. My compliments to the flock, as always.
We smell steep.
We held them off in Fjord. We can hold them off here, too.
How's Casagrada?
As prepared as he'll ever be.
If anyone knows how to deal with the...
I'll stay back here. The other...
I'm not running. Not this time. Can't let the others down.
Okay. Not me stealing from the corpses. Oh well, you gotta do what you gotta do. Okay. Should have learned something better, y'all. Such a typical saying here over in Germany.
After everything your people have done, you have the gall.
When we strike as Pargrunen, we strike... Trust your comrades, and you will
Peter
lead
is
each other
back.
to victory.
The envoy.
Don't fuck it up for us.
Strike like you mean it.
Okay, then let's go to camp.
My dear friend, it is a pleasure beyond all reckoning to see you again. No doubt you have come to stand beside your countrymen in the hour of most desperate need, like the sainted hero you are.
Looks like you left your good shorts back at the camp, too. Keeping the campaign casual. Nice. I like it.
Stay well back from the fighting unless you want to get killed.
Oh, yes. I've heard that dastardly Inquisitor takes no quarter on the battlefield. Is that true in, other places as well?
Huh. Isn't she all bones now?
Mere flesh and blood cannot stand between true love.
Excuse
What do you
you?
say, Tawei? A couple of strapping young men like us? We could turn the tide.
I haven't been young in 20
Look at
years,
that.
boss.
Give it to me.
And I didn't bring my good shorts. Anyway, I prefer to watch.
Good call.
Watching it is, then.
You won't stand with the people of the Living Lands?
Don't tell me the rabble have won you to their side.
I think we're the rabble now, boss.
What have these bastards ever done for me?
Temerity wasn't making you pay rent on that lighthouse, for one.
Because it was a hovel. A hovel was all she thought I was worth. It didn't even have a door.
Yeah, but it had 2 ladders.
Nice. Well then, watch me then.
Right on, sister.
To the victors go the trade contracts, envoy. I will build a new crew from the rubble of this island and strike out for new lands, seeking coin and glory. What do you say, Tawei? I bet those red-headed barbarians out in Yezua could find a use for 2 strapping gun runners.
Or, you know, now that the Dream Scourge is gone, we could settle down by that oasis.
2 letters are worth more than a door. I don't care what you do as long as you stay out of my way.
I think we're bothering the envoy, boss.
Kinda do.
Quite right. We've taken up too much of your time, envoy. Glory awaits! Best of luck to you in the battle to come. Hit them with your sword. Or whatever it is you do.
Thanks, bud. Okay, one last time. Let's talk to everybody. Upgrade our stuff. Ah, we're missing 10 dragon hides. Oh, frick. But at least we can do that. Equip a fully upgraded weapon. Nice. I tried.
So, here we are. The first and last battle for the Living Lands.
Stay close, you mean we get through this together.
If the Garden didn't kill us, I don't think anything can. Metaphysically, the battle is already over. Sapadal is free, and the Dream Scourge is gone. But politically, we have a small mess to tidy up.
We have unfinished business with the Steel Road.
I intend to send a message to the Steel Garrote, and it won't be subtle. Anyway, who knows what tomorrow will bring, so let's be grateful for today. You've earned a little peace of mind.
I would settle for one dreamless night under the stars.
Get some rest then. Let me take the first watch. Besides, I need to tinker on the phantasmal focus. Make sure it's ready for war. Don't stay up too late. If I must.
There you are, envoy. You ready for this?
Ready as I'll ever be?
Understood. Same here. I guess it helps we have a god on our side, right? I mean, a god beats a skeleton knight any day. This is just cleanup. Just figuring out who controls the Living Lands from here out.
I'll be happy when all of this is over.
You said it, not me. Anyway, You should get some rest. Oh, if you need to rehearse any speeches or whatever, make sure you do it in front of someone else.
Rest well.
Talk to you later, Envoy.
Okay, let's go.
Envoy? Is it really you? Oh, Kostya told us you went into some place called the Garden to seek a god.
When you didn't come out, we assumed you were dead.
Did you meet your god there? The one whose marks you bear?
It's too preposterous to believe. How could a plague be ended by speaking with a god?
Everyone, please, please. We could get to the bottom of this if you would only let them speak. It's been weeks, Envoy. What happened?
Forget the dream, Scourge. Why does it look like you're at war?
Well, you might not believe me, but I didn't want any of this to happen. It was Ludwine who called for the attack. She and her steel garrote laid siege to the city shortly after you beat her to the garden.
I distinctly remember killing Ludwin on top of Mount Foyera.
You did. I kicked her corpse when you weren't looking. Just to be sure.
Well, she's seen better days.
Understandable.
But you wouldn't know it, judging by how she fights.
Ludwig's run through the militia like a whirlwind.
All right, let's keep the similes to ourselves.
She's going to try and kill me again, isn't she?
Regrettably, she's not in the business of making exceptions for people she deems oathbreaker. So long as her passion for Wodica lives, so too will her spirit.
Then we destroy her faith, and the rest of her will follow. I have a theory about this. Let's talk at camp if you want to hear it. But I think we can kill her.
Oh, good. That will be easy.
It is not, I think, impossible.
Do we know the state of the city?
The steel garrote broke through several days ago. As far as we can tell, Central Paradise has been completely overrun. What citizens still live are no doubt in hiding, including many of my people.
You couldn't have known this would happen. Don't take the guilt of the steel garrote upon yourself.
Some Paradisans got out, but we expect hundreds have been killed.
What's the status of the opposition?
Thirdborn still suffers from the Dream Scourge. Though you may have ended the plague, Envoy, many in Shatterscarp still are not themselves. I could bring no more than a handful when we heard.
The Wardens largely survived the keep's destruction, but we are in a desperate state. My men are salvaging what they can from the rubble. Medicine is in short supply. They will march to Paradise as soon as they can.
Did I do
But
all the wrong
I fear they will
decisions,
arrive
man?
to find the city in ashes.
What are your plans for the counterattack?
Well, that's been a point of debate. We can't agree on how to stand against the steel garrote, nor who should lead the effort.
There are too few of us to risk an uncoordinated effort.
So you let the Paradise militia go it alone? Even if our meager forces should make it inside, the siege won't end until Ludwig does. And none of you know how to kill her. Precisely.
What does Ludwig hope to achieve here?
The lawful settlement of a new Aedyrian colony, supposedly. Or the establishment of a Wodican state. She could win with a godlike in her ranks. Your presence would serve as a powerful endorsement.
But this is a lawless attack.
I'm afraid the law's whatever compels her to righteous victory. Remember, she has an obligation to Wodica, a solemn oath. And neither the steel garrote nor the queen that was look kindly upon oathbreakers.
Hi Kika, how are you? Why did Ludwig decide to attack Paradise now?
Because a victory here would discourage resistance elsewhere. The better question is, why didn't you stop her?
Excuse me? She's a 7-foot-tall skeleton powered by her devotion to the goddess of retribution. This isn't my fault.
He's like, what am I supposed to do?
Just blame the dead woman. Very mature.
Who else should I blame exactly? Our envoy, perhaps? For not stopping Ludwine in the tusks?
I killed her!
You could start with blaming your own incompetence.
You can assign blame when the dust settles, okay?
Why are you treating him with kid gloves when Paradis cries out for help?
Enough. I've heard your concerns. We cannot change it now.
The Inquisitor was so convinced the Living Lands would unite against Aedyr that she's nearly made it true. One people, one law, one true god. That's Ludwine's vision for the Living Lands.
Did the Stiggerod explore any alternatives before deciding to attack?
What passes between Ludwine and her men, or between Ludwine and the Emperor, for that matter, is not my affair. But if I had to guess, this was the alternative.
Aedyr could set any stand of... No. This is what the Emperor wants.
The Inquisitor answers only to Wodekan. In attacking Paradis, she has dragged us all far beyond the bounds of the Emperor's desires.
Do you think the Living Lands would stabilize under... No, I'm not even asking that. What happens next?
I've answered your questions. Now I would like you, all of you, to answer mine. Ludwine has sent a message to the Emperor informing him of her attack. He will send advisors and reinforcements swiftly in response. What will his representatives find when they arrive? A new colony? A budding grave room?
Ah, here we go. This is the conversation you meant to force all along.
I understand your frustration, but please, hear me out. Before you face Ludwine, you should know what you're fighting for. All of you must decide, together. But whatever you decide, understand, the days of the frontier are done. Aedyr will come. Indeed, we are already here.
I have another idea. How about the United Living Lands?
Oh, Envoy, no. Do not suggest that lightly. Think of the Emperor. There would be reprisals. Ones which this conclave could not survive, fractured as you are. Not unless you came together and formed a nation of your own. It would be difficult. No, impossible. I'm certain you would fail. Think of your people, all of you. Think of the lives at stake.
Opinions about all?
Risk into bounty. Does the winter frost dissuade the seeds? Many fruits on our boughs. We graft many leaves into strength.
What do you think to the companions?
We deserve our autonomy, even if we must fight for it. Anything less would be surrender.
Fleeing someone else's laws and authority is one thing, setting up your own is another. We're an island of misfits and dissidents. We'll still have to surrender some of our autonomy, and we won't agree on what that means overnight. We'll be vulnerable. Without allies, other powers will see us as ripe for the picking. Know that this is a hard road to walk.
We were fine before Aedyr came. We'll be fine when they're gone.
I think we ran things perfectly fine before your kin got here.
I assume the assembled leaders have thoughts?
Envoy, be rational. This would be madness. We are all strangers to each other. We can't govern. I can't trust these people to keep my warden's best interests at heart when they're looking after their own.
Thirdborn alone couldn't stand against the storm. But the might of all of us, together, we could deter any but the most fearsome adversaries. And that's what cannons are for.
If we do this, I fear the Empire will revenge themselves on us with cruelty and hellfire. And the home my people nearly lost will finally be destroyed. But if this is what this conclave wants, then Then Fior will stand beside you.
Of course.
What would becoming a colony entail?
The Living Lands would become an extension of the Aedyran Empire in leadership and law. Soldiers bearing the flag of Aedyr would be garrisoned in every town. They would be paid in Aedyran shelling and speak only the Aedyran language. Their roads would be smooth Aedyran roads. Their medicine would be hygienic Aedyran medicine. And their weapons would be efficient Aedyran weapons. Our customs would become their customs. Our strengths would become their strengths. Our emperor would become their emperor. Turned toward a common purpose. No one, not Rauatai, not the Vailian republics, not even a rogue god, would dare attack the Living Lands. This island would be safe for the first time in its history, and safe it would remain.
The Empire's prosperity would be our prosperity. The people of this blasted island could know security and comfort for the first time in their lives. My wardens deserve no less. I say it's an offer worth considering.
The only threat I see on the horizon comes from Aedyr itself. You want me to thank this thief for protecting me from my purse? They can't offer us anything we don't already have.
Under my leadership, the city my father founded was nearly destroyed. Hundreds of people could have died or been left without a home. I may have failed my people, but it was your Empire's soldiers who made it so.
He would suppress our culture before it's had a chance to grow. Everything my people cultivated would be reduced to a footnote. If you have any love for this land, do not allow him to overwrite our history.
Rauatai built its empire from colonies like this. Many have become centers of culture and prosperity, backed by the protection of a strong navy. Of course, it can take decades to get there. And this road isn't an easy one. But Aedyr won't be the only empire eyeing this place. A formal agreement now could protect us from something worse later.
This is like
It shall be peaceful in that all dissenters will be silenced. So there's that.
The Living Lands is a lot of things, but it will never be Aedyr, no matter how hard Aedyr wants it to be. Aedyr should turn back now and save everyone a bunch of blessed trouble.
Of course.
I'm not familiar with the Grefram. How does it work?
The Living Lands would retain its own laws under a grave appointed by the Emperor. The grave would be expected to promote and develop the Living Lands to our mutual benefit. They would divide the island into administrative districts and see them governed by mayors appointed from the local communities.
That doesn't sound that
The
bad.
island would provide tribute in the form of resources and taxes, and in times of war, soldiers. The Empire, I should note, is nearly always at war. In return, the Living Lands would enter Aedyr's sphere of influence, and should outside nations attempt to invade, we would come to the Graveroom's aid.
Who would be our Graf?
Naturally, that would be the Emperor's decision. But I suspect he would choose you. Only the strong survive the frontier. I used to believe that was Ludwine. But you were born to rule here. Quite literally.
There's a lot to take in. Yeah, it
give
sounds
the
like the
matter some
EU.
thought.
Yeah, or NATO. That's
owe
what I
that
wanted to
much to
say. It sounds a
yourself,
lot
at
like
least.
NATO or EU.
It's a mealy-mouthed compromise. But better than going on as my wardens have been. Barely able to feed ourselves or protect our sorry hides. And, who knows, we could become a colony in time.
A grave room wouldn't be my first choice. But we're going to need a hand with all the dream thralls left in Shatterscarp.
I mean, so far they
So if
are
the
not
Emperor's willing to pitch
completely
in,
against it, all of them.
I guess so am I.
If a Graveram will put an end to the fighting and allow my people to remain safely in Paradis, I suppose this is an arrangement I could accept.
Tribute, he says. Taxes. Soldiers. The Empire has tried it all before. Look to the Eastern Reach if you don't believe me. They want to bleed us dry, to fill their coffers and fight their wars, to break us like wild animals. But I will not bend.
It's still a gamble, but I think it's the safest bet. We get the benefits of Imperial trade and protection without losing all of what makes this place special.
Yeah, that's
There's
exactly,
no way of knowing what it would mean in another generation or two. But right now, it gives us the security and stability to recover.
We were fine before Aedyr showed up, and we'll be fine when they're gone. Trust the lands and her people, Envoy.
If we give Aedyr power over us, we can't be surprised if they decide to flex it later.
Well, let's not twiddle our thumbs while Paradise burns.
It would be the best if the Living Lands became an official colony of Aedyr. No, I think we should attend the Grefram. Yeah, maybe. I believe we should fight for United Living Lands. The leaders of the Living Lands will vote and I will accept what they decide. We could do democracy now. Oh my god, Grefram, United, or let them vote. Let them vote.
Envoy, be reasonable. This is not a good idea. Give these people an ounce of agency, and there's no telling what they'll do.
As it should be.
Wodaka, have mercy on my soul. Well, what will the illustrious leaders of the Living Lands decide?
We are too weak and fractured to stand on our own. We need the protection of Aedyr now, or this will only happen again. Let us become a colony.
Thirdborn can't clean up Shatterscarp alone. I'll take the Emperor's soldiers, and in exchange, a grave room.
When my people return to Fior, we will need soldiers and funds to clear the Dreamscourge beasts and repair our fields. If the Emperor will supply them, I support a grave room.
Well, it's hardly unanimous.
I mean, I
but
was
the
against the
majority shall
Grefram, so I'm
rule.
fine with that.
A grave room it shall be, then.
I do not trust your empire to show restraint in its control of the Living Lands. Gods help us.
We can worry about the future when it comes. This at least gives us the backing to survive and rebuild.
Right. Might as well go ahead and start designing those rebel flags sooner rather than later.
Good. We'll have perhaps a whole week of peace before the yoke starts chafing.
I will do my level best to convince the Emperor to accept a grave room. That leaves the matter of Ludwine and the Steel Garrote. She will never surrender, Envoy.
What did you guys do to
You
whoever
must kill
did
her,
play it? What did
or
you
we
guys
will
do?
lose Paradise, and eventually the island.
Hi, Big Red. How are you? Then I will meet Ludwin on the battlefield. Let no man who tries to stop me.
Whatever happens to the Living Lands, at least I can kill Ludwine. I'll take that over nothing.
She better say her goodbyes while she can.
I'm proud to fight at your side, Envoy. One last time.
Let's get to work then. We've got a walking corpse to bury.
The Paradise militia will be at your back. Give her no quarter. The future waits for you.
Kick her ass, Envoy.
Gather your forces and secure the eastern gate. From there, take back the main plaza. I have faith in you. Gods be with you, Envoy.
Let's take back the city. Whatever happens tomorrow, the Steel Garrote can only make it worse.
Time to stop the Steel Garrote. Lead the way, Envoy.
Let's go free a city, shall we?
I'm good. Thanks for asking, Big Red. Okay, but Giata wants to talk to me because she knows how to kill Ludwin, so...
You should get some sleep. Big day coming up.
See, you're still up.
Right. Things feel different now. Wrong, somehow. I've been in a lot of dangerous situations, but it's always been a fight to survive. It's just a fight. Putting my life on the line for someone else's cause. It's the opposite of survival. It's foolishness.
You've been fighting for my cause all this time. Why is this different?
You helped me through some rough Sokka, Envoy. Your cause became my cause at that point. We're about to go out there and risk our lives for what? A concept of how things ought to be? We might die, all to determine who sleeps in the nicest house in Paradise until the island decides it's time for a change. It's fine. Really. But it's some blessed day Sokka when you think about it.
I'm glad you're with me.
Right. Careful you don't get stuck in all that sap. I'll be all right, Envoy.
Can't sleep? Neither can I.
Tell me how to kill her.
We're going into battle for the soul of the living lands, rallying under the banners of the Paradise militia. Your Emperor will not be pleased.
Hi, Wesker. Hi, Storm Shadow. How are you? Jeez. I have influence in Quarried. My report on the living lands will change minds.
Political influence is dangerous. If you aren't careful, it can turn against you. When a godlike fights in battle, people take note of which side. The Aedyrans will doubt your loyalty. The locals will doubt your commitment. You may even doubt yourself. This is the first time you were told to pick a side. And I fear it won't be the last.
The living lands accepted me for who I am. I won't forget that.
All we ask in return is that you do the same for us. From what I understand, your ambassador is very persuasive, very powerful, and very accustomed to getting his way. For a politician like him, losing a battle is not a defeat. It's an opportunity. When he promises you the world, don't listen. He'll fill your head with lies if you let him.
Noted, thanks for the warning.
I'm glad we understand each other. It's good to see you fighting for the misfits and rabble-rousers. Time for you to get some rest. We have a big day ahead of us.
You're going to cross paths with Ludwig again. Are you concerned?
In truth, I'm not as worried as I used to be.
Didn't you want me to give me a
I've
tip
been
on how to
thinking
kill
about the
her?
Inquisitor.
Fuck.
Formulating a theory, you might say. A Death Guard clings to their existence by force of will. Stubbornness, unfinished business, that sort of thing. Ludwig is held together by faith, and that may be her undoing.
Because Sabadell challenged her faith.
Precisely. Faith is the foundation of her reality. Faith in the righteousness of the gods. But according to her faith, Sabadell should not exist. A new god independent of hers? Blasphemy. By that logic, you shouldn't exist either. And yet here you are.
So I can't just destroy her, I have to destroy her faith.
That's my point, exactly. I think you already have. You are the godlike of a heretical god. A contradiction to her reality. Can you imagine how much she needs you to die? Her entire worldview depends on it. Who knows? Maybe that uncertainty is enough to make her mortal again. Or maybe not. I'm just theorizing as I go. Whatever happens, I want to see it for myself.
I would simply not
For the
believe in
research.
Ludwig.
Thanks for talking. We should take a moment to acknowledge what happened back there. You liberated the god of the living lands. Now they are unchained, free to do whatever they want.
Bye, Averas. Take care.
Quite a gamble you made.
I trust Sabadell to do the right thing.
I admire your confidence. If not for you, Sabadell would still be pacing their cage like a wild animal. Which means you have leverage over a god. How do you plan on using it?
I use it to make a better living lands.
That's a lot of responsibility, but I have faith you're
Bye,
equal to it.
Skyfire. Also take care. Goodbye.
Sapadal's imprisonment shaped this island. Now that everything's changed, I'm curious what will happen. We cannot know if the living lands will normalize or destabilize as a result of our actions.
Either way, things could not continue as they have.
For better or worse, change is inevitable. Maybe you'll find some comfort in prayer, now that one of the gods is listening. I hope you don't mind me bringing it up. The subject matter is a bit much for our little camp.
For you, anything.
You're too kind. I want you to know this has been an unforgettable experience. Wherever we go from here, I'm grateful to have been a part of it. Until next time. Thanks for talking.
Okay, let's go. Okay, I think I need another heal, like Giata for another heal in that fight if we are against Ludwin again. Maybe we also, with a little bit of luck, get her help somehow. Can I upgrade something? No, okay. Guys, let's go. You ready?
Yeah. It's no use. We're overrun. Go on. I will only slow you down. Come on. How'd you do that? What was that? You take
Bitch ass, why did I crouch all that way? Just for you to see me in the last moment.
Teach you.
We're going on an adventure! Let's go. Oh, hi.
You should be here.
You're a knight. Oh, do they all come with me? Oh, that's cute. They all come with me.
After them!
Oh no!
I do have this cool new power, do I not? This here.
Bad envoy.
Oh my god! Well, that's so cool that he is helping us. That's that dude we didn't let die because of his lung cancer or whatever it was. Right, that's him.
Who's ready for more?
Keep moving, envoy. The sooner we get where we're going, the better.
We shall tear your enemies apart.
That's so cool. Yeah, that really is a Jedi power, man. Oh, she survived? Ranger Dorsa survived? Okay.
up, Envoy.
Basan Sude!
Go ahead. I'll hang back and watch the gate.
Foolishness.
That's so cool that he helps us.
Welcome to the place of battle, Envoy. It pleases me to greet you in full health. I thank you again for the medicine.
Make no mistake, I only gave you the medicine to save Gillen from your cave. No. You're so much better now than you did in the task. I'm glad you're well again.
Thank you. It is good to be myself again. I traveled here for you, Envoy. When I learned of the events in Paradise from the dwarves as they marched out of the tusks, I knew where I'd find you. I hear that you have chosen to defend the living lands. I will honor my life debt to you by keeping the peace here, after the battle.
Are you looking forward to knowing even more during Bloodwurstbill? The Kith of the Living Lands deserve to be free. Yeah, I'm happy to fight for them.
The Kith of the Living Lands? They mean nothing to me. But that is unimportant. Let us waste no more breath. Breath is too precious, as both you and I know. I will leave you to the war now. You have my vow, Envoy, and my thanks once more.
Okay. Dee-dee-dee-dee-dee.
What are you doing here? I thought you left town weeks ago.
The Stiggerot has gone too far. I'm here to put a stop to it.
About time. You're the only one Ludwig will listen to.
Are there any other survivors?
I saw a few on my way here. I imagine they've been waiting for this to happen for a long time. Listen, one of the Garot's units is scouting up ahead, maybe 5 strong. I wouldn't want to fight them if I were
But
you.
I wanna.
Take this key. It'll unlock the gate to the canals. You can thank the captain who forgot it.
But I wanna fight them. I'm not running anymore. I have to face the Empire head on.
Suit yourself. I wish someone had stood up to the Steel Garot a
I want a
long
bonk.
time ago. But, well, you're here now. That's what matters. Good luck.
We should go now. There are people trapped under the rubble. I should be out there digging.
So I got the key, but...
Envoy! I doubted I'd ever see you again. I imagine I could guess what brings you back to Paradise. I must thank you once again for bringing me the luminous Aedyr so long ago.
I'm glad I could help.
With some creative exploration, I was able to refine the Aedyr into a poultice that heals wounds at a fantastic rate.
Creative exploration?
Shorthand for trying literally every reagent, mixture, or process I can think of to produce any result at all. Forgive me, I may have contributed to one too many research journals in my time. One must always put one's best foot forward. I know you have much to do in town, so I'll let you go. Thank you again for everything.
But now I'm a little bit confused. She said something about a key. I mean, I will not go through there, but... where would the door be? Would she only open it when I... No, I did get the key, though. Must be somewhere here.
Envoy. Gods, I never thought it would come to this.
Well, I don't know. Just try everything. Science! Oh, here.
Take your best shot. Let's finish this.
Where's my mark? Hey! Over here! Next one's mine.
That was a close one.
Wonderful.
Found you.
Might be Inquisitor proud.
Anna! Come and get me! Freedom!
Keep moving.
Cool, cool, cool.
Who's there? Get
Bye.
They won't get me!
Hi, that's Marco. Hello. How you doing? Are we doing good?
You've got better aim than a sharpshooter, Giada.
Thanks. Wonderful. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. myself that I ran through a trap, but it was so quick that it didn't even matter.
What exactly do you think you're doing?
Liviana, don't you ever take a break?
You nearly died in my clinic. Correction, you did die. And now look at you. Fighting the steel garrote.
I do.
What have you got to say for yourself?
Nice to see you too.
Well, at least you're alive. Try and keep it that way. Kai, is this your doing?
Come on. I couldn't have kept her out of the action if I wanted
But
to.
did you die?
I knew you were a bad
did,
influence. We're patching up folks as best we can, but I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. War is a damn bloody mess.
Anything I can do to help?
Yeah, stop the fighting. I can't say I approve of you leaping into the fray, but it's always nice
How much
catching up
longer
with a
will
former
this will
patient.
be, the game, though?
Wait a second.
We're
Jada?
already 1 hour and 45 minutes
Jada
in.
Castell? What are you doing in the middle of this?
Surviving. It's good to see you, Liviana. Unfortunately, we're on a tight schedule. Do you need anything? Money? Supplies?
Once this is over, I could always use another pair of hands at the clinic. The invitation's still open.
After what we've been through, I need to focus on myself for a while. But I'll stop by and visit now and then. Can you manage without me?
Are you kidding? I'm happy for you.
My time
Besides,
is running a
I've
little
got
bit,
Chico
that's the
on bandage
problem.
duty. I just wanted you to know there's a place here whenever you want it. Gods be with you, Envoy. For my sake,
And
try
in my
not to
opinion,
die
I
a
really
second
did
time.
not waste time here right now.
You know this. You practiced with Uncle Capo 100 times.
Envoy, it's
Who
good
are
to see
you?
you
I don't
fighting
even
on
know
the right side of
who you
history.
were.
Out of curiosity, what turned you against the Steel Garrote?
Everything. Those zealots befoul everything I believe in.
Their loss. You're a good ally and a powerful enemy. You know the Steel Garrote a lot better than we do. Their coordination is damn impressive. Any advice?
Give them a moving target. Force them to improvise.
Not a bad idea. When the fighting starts, some soldiers forget how to think on their feet.
Yeah, but that's the thing, Noob. I
Ready to
didn't
make
even
history
ignore
whenever you are.
anybody. Like,
You're a natural commander.
don't really understand.
Don't worry about me. Actually, I'm not sure I've been through worse.
Okay, I mean, the thing is, I also don't want to now just ignore it and not do anything. You know what I mean? Like, just running through it also is wrong.
For the living land.
But this is taking way longer than I thought it would be. I gotta say.
Envoy.
Who's there?
Watch your right.
Bong, 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 bong. Bong, 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 bong.
Vastan Sude!
Fuck off.
Never had the chance. Oh well. I can take care of the plaza on my own.
That'll teach you!
Okay, but I think now is the moment that we will go to Ludwin.
No pressure, Envoy. Just the fate of everyone, right in your hands.
Lovely. Hi, Disco. How are you? How you doing?
Wodeca demands your submission. Stand against her and fall.
That's Ludwig ahead. Lead on. I'm with you to the end.
Okay.
There you are! So, you survived the garden.
I did.
Did you come all this way just to try your luck again? To kill me more efficiently than last time?
Ludwig, I don't want to kill you, I just want this to end. Possibly. I know how to break, you know. Nah, let's not... You've died twice by my count, maybe third time is the charm.
You'll get your chance.
Then what are you waiting for?
Look around, Envoy. Heelguard should have listened. He tried to bring order through compromise. He failed. Order is meant to be imposed by a stern, guiding hand.
Her order wields sharp steel. She must set down her blade.
The negotiations were a success. The living lands will be adhering where from. This isn't order, Ludwig.
Oh, but it is. Some wounds must be cauterized in order to heal.
Cauterized? Your troops have nearly burned Paradise to the ground.
The only question is, what's to be done with you? You, who were once so bright and promising.
Her mind is already made up. She's just toying with us.
Sapadal's chains are broken, which means your soul is in their grasp. I don't know how deeply you've been compromised, Envoy. And if I don't know, then I cannot suffer you to live.
Is usually leaping to conclusions about something you barely understand.
Do not patronize me. I have every right to put down a threat to the Empire. Steel yourself, Envoy. Make this a fight to remember, even in death.
We would not welcome her death. There is still ample shade for her beneath our tree.
I'm missing one resolve point. A single one. You won't survive this fight. Giotto says you're vulnerable.
If my theory is correct, you're as mortal as we are.
Explain.
The righteousness of the old gods is no longer certain. And for one of your kind, uncertainty is a death sentence.
Interesting theory. But will you stake your life on it? Would you pit your logic against my faith?
My parents died in the name of research. If I must follow their example to the grave, so be it.
Then we'll see who triumphs, child. Farewell, Envoy.
There's no coming back this time. Prepare yourself for the next world.
Let's finish this. Together.
Together!
Once I'm done killing you, your god of...
We are every...
No, I don't have enough essence.
Seed in the soil.
Let's eat something. Not me eating mid-fight.
We will always grow.
This is what we prepared for. No quarter.
I mean, I don't even need my cool ass attack. Let's still do it. So cool!
Masan Sude!
Oh, finally a cool ass fight.
Let's see what you got. It's worth it.
Isak Sabu!
Throw up 10!
That's something I have to say I missed a little bit in the game. The cool ass fights.
Heise!
Worth it. Raw!
It burns!
Again! Food! Help! One last time! Throw up again!
Give me a second.
It's worth it. Raw!
Masan Sude! Heise!
Worth it. Raw!
Over here!
Throw up 10!
Uh-oh. Let's go to Little Loop and let's ignore the mech ball. Lift it. Pressure.
Where are you? No! Don't abandon me now!
She's desperate, envoy. This is it.
She's still. Oh my god. Okay. Wow. Yes, these are the types of fights I was looking for.
Burning!
That's exactly what I was looking for. That's what I was missing.
Let's see what you got.
Oh, I didn't want to. That's what I was missing.
Heise! Masan Sude!
Wherever Ludwine is now, she must be seething.
Of course, we'd be happy to kill her again, if needed.
She's done for, but we're not. Whatever's next, we'll face it. Together.
Gods, you're all gonna make me sick. But carry on.
Unraveled at last. We no longer feel her wire against our flesh. We are free always. We are free forever.
Silence falls over Paradis, as though the city is holding its breath. Then you hear it, the ringing of a distant bell, the waving of banners, and cheers of victory. After a short and bloody call, the dust has finally begun to settle. You feel Sapadal close to your thoughts, stirring with interest. The god of the living lands is observing this moment, unfettered by confusion or fear. For the first time in centuries, they understand. The Paradis militia rallies to you, the outsider who defended them in their hour of need. Whatever happens next, you have won their confidence. You take a moment to reflect on the calm. Not so long ago, you arrived at these shores on a simple errand, which turned out to be anything but simple. The Dream Scourge is over, and the island has been cleansed of plague. A time of healing and mourning follows. People look to you for answers about the source of the affliction.
This is the intro.
You tell them the truth. How the plague came from a power beyond mortal understanding, and how it is finally at peace. With your guidance, the Living Lands becomes a vassal of the Aedyran Empire. In exchange for their taxes and soldiers, the free settlements are protected from future attacks. The fight for survival is over. You showed the rebels of Paradis mercy, but they can never trust the Empire. Instead, they keep to the wilderness, always 2 steps ahead of Aedyr, only attacking when provoked. That is as close as they come to peace. The refugees of Emerald Stair find a cold welcome in the city of Paradis. Animancy is frowned upon, but their knowledge of agriculture is highly valued. The first bountiful harvest improves relations. In time, the people of Emerald Stair return to their city of Fior Messiverno. Animancy still has a place in the Living Lands, but the Empire's disapproval gets in the way of progress. Their work is slow, but unstoppable. After so much chaos, the people of Shatterscarp find a moment to breathe. As a gesture of goodwill to its grave room, Aedyr sends a regiment to purge the remaining dream thralls still haunting the wilderness. But with the sound of Aedyran cannons in the air, many Thirdborners wonder what their lives will look like when there is no longer a common enemy. There is rubble where Solace once stood, and the Pargrunen must now confront the consequences of their isolationism. Though the rest of the Living Lands do not ostracize the dwarves, Kostia discovers that they have few friends among the kith they once shunned. And during the negotiations with Aedyr, the Empire asks far more of the Grave Room than Kostia expects. The Empire knows when it has a people cornered. For the first time in many years, Kai feels an agreeable restlessness. Not to flee, not to drift, but to venture. He visits the distant shores Tama told him about, and savors the modern marvels, ancient wonders, and breathtaking expanses he beholds. His heart swells, not with grief, but with awe. There is so much to discover, and he will spend his years chasing all of the joy and beauty the world has to offer him. With many of his anxieties and lifelong fears addressed, Marius now feels very differently than he did when he first met the envoy. Still far more comfortable in the wilds than among people, he nonetheless finds that his worries about the unknown were merely self-protection against the traumas of his childhood. Armed with this knowledge, he finds himself more capable of living in civilization, and far less fearful of his home in Galawain's tusks. With Solace gone, however, Marius never has a chance to reconcile with his people. Outside of a few travelers here and there, his connection with the Wardens is completely lost. Giada turns away from animancy, charting a new course in life. The old rules don't apply to her. She has no responsibilities other than herself. Writing, music, Sailing, sewing, love. She tries everything, masters nothing, and finds the inner peace that eluded her as an animancer. She still carries the phantasmal focus, but it doesn't feel as heavy as before. No longer under the threat of imminent death, Yardsley returns to the Animancers. Reunited with her beloved Quilici, she helps him and the Animancers as they put their lives together after the attack on Fior Messiverno. Eventually, she even has something nice to say to Vidaro. As the days pass in contentment and relative peace, Yardsley is struck by the persistent feeling that something is missing. Though she still devotes herself to her studies of both the arcane and the godless, the restlessness never goes away. Freed from torment for the first time in centuries, Sopadal turns their prodigious curiosity to the people that shaped them. They observe the ways their people live, and they think deeply about what they see. Though they flinch away from moments of violence, and they grieve souls returned to them too soon, the rage that once shook cities to rubble no longer rules them. Instead, they come to you with questions. They want to understand. After a time, they begin tentatively to garden. Where they can, they improve the lives of Kith, and the suffering that troubled them is reduced, if never fully eradicated. Their grief compels them to love, and they love unreservedly, with the power of a god. Sopadal has questions about what happens tomorrow, and the day after. You do your best to keep them calm, until the voice in your head is little more than a polite whisper. After everything you've been through, you don't mind the company. The sounds of celebration pull you out of reverie. Many are waiting to greet you with open arms. You take a moment to catch your breath and savor it, because everything is about to change.
Is there anything that will come afterwards? Well, I think it's not the worst ending, but I also think it's not the best ending. I think I did the right decision with Sopadal, but I think I fucked it up around it a little bit, like especially in comparison to the companions. I think that's where I fucked up the most, companion-wise. I think Giata is pretty okay, but I think I fucked up Yardsley and Marius. Is anybody in here who has done the ending with United Living Lands? That would be my most interesting. Like, that would be the most interesting information to me, what would happen there, because I was really close on picking that one. I mean, what can I say to summarize the game? The game has been so much fun. I really did enjoy it a lot. I really liked it. I enjoyed every single minute of it. The game just was loads and loads of fun. To whoever is maybe thinking about playing it, play it. It has just been so much fun. I'm really liking it. Yeah, what else can I say? I really enjoyed this journey. I hope you guys enjoyed the journey as much as I did. And if you guys would like to, we do see each other on the next game that we will be playing on this channel here. And thank you so much for sticking around. Thank you so much for joining me on this insane journey. And if you would like to, we do see each other on the next game.